Yes, welcome to today's DevOps demo session. So in this demo session, our agenda is, so we will discuss what is DevOps and why should we learn DevOps and how DevOps job market trends and yeah, so how the DevOps future will be. So we will try to discuss about all these things. Fine. Yeah. First, let me just share my screen.
Yes, please share your screen.
Yeah. DevOps. So what is DevOps? Anybody can tell? So can anybody tell what is DevOps? Just tell whatever you know, you just tell. You might have heard different things about this DevOps.
Hi, my name is Vishant.
Yeah, Nishan.
From my understanding, DevOps is a set of tools, a
Mm-hmm.
technology which is used to
Mm-hmm.
automate or smoothen or fasten the process of
Mm-hmm.
development and deployment
Mm-hmm.
uh, without impacting the current
Mm-hmm.
servers and everything.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. Next.
Yeah,
Again, this. Yeah.
so this is Rushali.
Yeah.
So I will give brief short. So DevOps is basically a continuous development and continuous integration, where we
Okay.
can have the SDLC life cycle
Mm-hmm.
throughout the process. So it will be means without any disturbance, or we can say without any
Mm-hmm.
crash of application, it will continuously go
Mm-hmm.
live to the users.
Very good. Yeah, this again, anybody else? Just tell whatever you know. What is DevOps? Yeah, Bhavish is telling development plus IT operations. Sandeep is telling development and operations.
Okay, DevOps means actually it is like a service when you push the code to
Mm-hmm.
GitHub. So after that,
Mm-hmm.
what procedure needs to be done? So throughout the
Mm-hmm.
code to actual production, how
Mm-hmm.
application works in production. So so these are the continuous integration, continuous deployment. After that, suddenly when users increase suddenly, so how our servers automatically increases. So these are
Mm-hmm.
the point needs to be covered in
Mm-hmm.
DevOps. So
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. Anybody else, guys?
Just it's a the name itself only there, like we need to development and in operations, whereas
Mm-hmm.
we certain parameters like certain models will be there, like when
Mm-hmm.
first develop the codes, and after that in operation they will deploy to the particular department will be there, like the IT department, and so many department will be there. So here what we need to means in operations, and once we check everything in test servers, after that we need to pull everything goes well, we need to do deploy to the production. That's my knowledge. That's it. Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah, very good, very good. Yeah, anybody else? Okay, yeah. Guys, whatever you told so far, so all definitions are right. But here, instead of learning textbook definitions, so these are good, correct. But I will try to explain in one flow, one particular flow. So what is DevOps means? So it's a collaboration of development and operations, it's a collection of tools and it's a culture. That's okay, agree. But here, if you want to understand, so what DevOps engineer will do in real-time projects, so you should understand that end-to-end workflow, that end-to-end flow. So I will try to explain that flow now. Also, one more thing, guys. So try to, yeah, guys, can you please mute yourself? So somebody is unmuted by mistake. Yeah. So guys, please mute yourself. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, here I'm requesting you to raise your voice and speak. So that is very important. If you learn everything, also if you work hard like anything, but you want to practice how to convey, how to speak. So that will play a major role in cracking interviews. So from day one onwards, you should feel you are a real DevOps engineer. From day one onwards, you should not feel that you are learning DevOps. You are just feel that you are working in DevOps project. So because we will be working, we will be using real code and we will be using real tools. So we will not learn, it will not help. If you learn DevOps tools separately, so Git, Docker, Kubernetes, so they will not help you in interview. even in a real-time project. Once you enter into the project, so then because everybody can learn the tools, the tools are very small tools. But here, what real DevOps engineer will do, real DevOps engineer knows how to integrate these tools each other and where we need to use these tools in real-time project. So that is the reason first from day one onwards, you should focus on that process, that flow. That is the reason I'm telling you. Don't miss even single class. Try to attend regularly and practice consistently. So 100% you can crack the interview in DevOps. Because so if you learn DevOps with clear roadmap, it's easy to crack interview. If you work hard without roadmap, it will not work. So that is, I'm sure, I will give clear roadmap, how to practice, how to learn, how to crack the interview. So then I will prepare for you. So in interview point of view, so what type of questions they ask in interview. So for example, from Jenkins, what kind of scenario-based questions they may ask. So based on your experience, so how to showcase your projects in a resume, so that everything I will guide you. But only thing is you have to practice consistently. After completion of the course, you should not take time to start that job searching process. No. After completion of 80% of the course, that means after completion of Kubernetes, you should start. You should start build your resumes and you should post your resumes in job portals like Naukri and LinkedIn and other platforms, and you should start that process. If you give a gap, if you take a gap after completion of the course, so then you will forget. And also one more thing you should remember, everything I will cover from basic to advanced level with the real-time use cases. So you should not, I'm sure about once you enter into the real-time project, you will not feel something new. So after completion of this course, if you practice regularly, you can claim at least 4.5 years of real-time experience. Now, that's what I need to tell. And one more thing. So I will be conducting assignments. I will give a feedback. I will share that feedback. Then you will come to know where you are strong, where you need to improve, and all these things. And after completion of 80% of the course, I will concentrate on this interview process also. So don't worry about all those things. I will take care, but you have to practice regularly. So because I know I will just what to say, I will break that complex scenarios and I will teach in simple way. Then you will feel that's okay, this is very easy. But if you don't practice, you will forget. So that's the reason you have to practice on daily basis. Fine. Now, in this session, first we will see who can learn DevOps. Who can learn DevOps? Anybody can learn DevOps. Even non-IT people, IT people, freshers, anybody can learn DevOps. How it's possible? Means, so there is a minimal coding part. You no need to concentrate on coding part. You no need to learn. If you don't have coding skills, programming skills, still you can crack DevOps interview. Still you can learn DevOps because so there will be a scripting, not coding. So there is a lot of difference between coding and scripting. Coding means, for example, if you want to write one Java code to add two numbers, at least you should write 6 to 7 lines of code and you should maintain that Java syntax. You should follow that Java syntax. For that, you need to learn Java. Here in DevOps, you will be, see, for example, here, how you will write Java code. Public class, something public void class, some side like this, then again, if condition or for loop. So like this, you will write. But if you have to write some 6 to 7 lines of code. So then variables A and B and here like integers, we should declare everything and we should any language, not only Java. I used to struggle to give a KT, but when I moved to DevOps, so I feel very much comfortable because see, there will be no coding. There is no coding part, much coding part in DevOps. But here, in same program, if you want to write in script, so just A, comma B, integers or something. Just this is just example. So this is not exact syntax. Then add A, comma B. So like this. This is the difference between coding and scripting. So scripting part will be there in DevOps. So that also minimal. So for some tools only. So for example, if you want to build a pipeline in Jenkins, so you should write a Jenkins file and For deployment, you should write Kubernetes manifest file and Docker files, and mainly in Terraform, we need to write a script to create an infrastructure, to manage infrastructure. So, but you should remember one thing. So mostly you will not be writing a new script. You will be modifying the existing script. So you are not the person who can start the project. So even though you are the person who is starting the project, so you will be getting some source code, source script. Only thing is you should understand that requirement. You should understand clearly, and you should be able to visualize that desired state. That's it. Fine. And also, I will just give some tips how to use AI tools to a troubleshooting part, and so we can say it's a smart troubleshooting. So if you use AI, so nowadays it's very important. So you should be able to use AI tools in your day-to-day activities. Fine. Now, who can learn DevOps? Anybody can learn DevOps. So what are the prerequisites? What are the prerequisites to learn DevOps? What are the prerequisites, guys? Nothing. Self-confidence, and so willing to learn new tools, new technologies, and technically you should have basic knowledge on Linux. You should have Linux basic knowledge, not even intermediate and advanced, just basic knowledge, because we will be using these DevOps tools on top of Linux operating systems. So not only DevOps engineers, but nowadays every IT professionals need this Linux basic knowledge. Because, for example, in your project, you are using 2000 servers. So almost 1500 servers will be in Linux. 1500 servers has Linux operating system. So without basic knowledge on Windows, still you can use Windows operating system. Still you can work on Windows servers or laptops. But without Linux basic knowledge, you cannot work on top of Linux servers. So this is true, because Windows is very, very user friendly. Windows is a GUI based operating system, but Linux is command line based. So for each and every operation, you should use command. So that is very important. Okay, fine. So don't worry, I will give that Linux knowledge. I will give KT, and I will just teach Linux topics, whatever we required for to become a DevOps engineer. So I will teach that Linux topics, and after Linux, so cloud knowledge. So nowadays, irrespective of technologies, not only DevOps or Java, so everybody should have cloud knowledge, because every company is migrating their infrastructure into cloud. Don't worry, I will give that cloud knowledge, and we will be covering AWS. So most people are having doubts, which cloud is best, AWS or Azure? So here, don't think too much about this. So AWS has a bigger market than other clouds like Azure and GCP, because AWS has started their cloud services before others. So they are having a lot of customers across the globe. 60% of the cloud market was captured by AWS. So obviously they are having job openings a lot compared with other cloud providers. But if you learn one cloud, so it's easy to learn other clouds. Like if you learn AWS first, then to learn Azure and GCP, it's not difficult. So I suggest you to become a master in AWS, because AWS is easy to learn. Even other cloud providers also is easy, but start your cloud journey with AWS, then you learn other clouds like Azure and GCP, whatever you want. Fine. Now, what are the prerequisites? Linux. So what is DevOps? What is DevOps? DevOps. Dev means development, ops means operations. It's a collaboration between services and basic Linux. Whatever I start DevOps, I always get stuck on the where to start from. Yes, Yeah, that's what I'm just telling you. A roadmap is very important because DevOps is not a single tool, or DevOps is not a programming language, or DevOps is not a single technology. So you should know which need to learn first, which need to learn second. So like that, that order is very important. So don't worry, I will give a clear roadmap. Bhavesh is telling us that I'm familiar with the core AWS, EC2, IAM, etc. Service and basic knowledge, but it has to start DevOps. I always get stuck in one thing where to start. Yeah, no, don't worry. So I will guide you. So once you learn Linux basics and this AWS till EC2. So no need to learn complete AWS to start a DevOps. Just you should know what is cloud, what is AWS, what is Azure and all this. That means introduction to cloud and AWS, you should be very clear. And after that, I will show you how to create a AWS free tier account to practice all these things. Then we will learn AWS EC2 instance. EC2 means virtual server. Virtual server. So because we are going to practice all these DevOps tools in EC2. Okay, fine. No worries. Yeah, what is DevOps? DevOps means dev means development, ops means operations. It's a collaboration between development and operations. Who can tell this? And also that is right. Also, we can say DevOps is a culture. See, guys, everybody knows what is Java. Everybody knows what development team will do. Development team will be writing the code, whether it can be Java or .NET, whatever. But everybody knows what testing team is doing. But most people doesn't know even today what exactly DevOps engineer will do in real-time projects. The people who are having 6 years of IT experience, they're not sure what DevOps engineer is doing. But here, I will just try to explain that end-to-end flow. Then you will understand what DevOps engineer will do and what is DevOps. Fine. And why companies are started using DevOps. DevOps is not optional nowadays. DevOps is mandatory. And one more thing you should remember. So once you learn DevOps, once you enter into the DevOps project, you no need to change technologies coming 15, 20 years. That is sure, I'm sure. Because Kubernetes kind of tools are there, Kubernetes, Jenkins, Terraform. Mainly if you speak about Kubernetes, so without Kubernetes, clients are not accepting production deployments because we can maintain zero downtime with Kubernetes. Also, if something goes wrong in production deployments, it's easy to roll back if you use Kubernetes. If you don't use Kubernetes, so it's almost impossible to roll back the changes without business impact. Yeah, so there are a lot of advanced features in Kubernetes. So that is the reason if you learn this Kubernetes perfectly, once you enter into this DevOps project, so you no need to change technology again and again. So that is sure. Fine. And also, guys, one more thing, Kubernetes, Jenkins, Terraform, and in AWS, some of the services like VPC S3. So these topics are the game changers. Okay, fine. Yeah, don't worry, we will just discuss one by one. So don't want to discuss everything today. Now, what is DevOps? At very first, see, for example, we'll just take one example. So this is Flipkart website. You know, Flipkart, what is Flipkart? Flipkart is a online shopping website. So Flipkart will do online shopping business. So I hope everybody joined from India only, right? So if anybody is from abroad, so then they don't know about Flipkart. Flipkart is an online shopping website. So this is something like an e-commerce website. If you want to purchase something from this through Flipkart website, so what we need to do, we need to log in by using www.flipkart.com. Once you enter into that website, once you enter into that site, so you can see some options like a login and search and cart and payment gateway. There are a lot of options are there. But these are the main options, features, login. But in fact, it will not ask us to give our credentials because we all are normal users. If Flipkart or Amazon or any online shopping website will not ask to enter your credentials. So for some special users, it will ask. So for example, the people who are already working in this Flipkart project, so they need to enter, they need authentication. So for normal users, it will not ask, but login option should be there. Then again, search option. Search means if you want to search for any particular product, for example, if you want to purchase one iPhone, like a i17 or something model, so you can just go to this search option and you can use that filters. Filters means, so by using brand name, you can just search that particular company phones. By using some particular model filter, you can get all that particular models. Also, you can use that price filter. For example, if you want to get a list of the mobiles which are between something like 30,000 to 50,000. So you can just use that price filter, brand filter, color filter. So like this. So that means again, inside that search option, some filters are there, some features. So like this. Then again, cart. Once you select any product, you will just add that product into this cart. Finally, if you want to really purchase it, if you really buy it, then you need to make a payment. So these are the main features. There are a lot of features, but in this example, we are just taking only these 4 features. Fine. So at very first, Flipkart, if they want to start this online business, they need one attractive website with these features, and one mobile application also, because nowadays everybody is using mobile, right? Mobile app. Fine. So who will develop this? IT company will develop. IT company, any IT, TCS, IBM, Accenture. So any IT company. They will just meet that IT company and they will give their requirements. If you think from IT company side, so something like a TCS. So what TCS people will do, TCS people will collect the requirements first from the client. Our client is Flipkart here. Once we collect all these requirements, we'll just design it, we'll plan it. Either we can just go with the Java or .NET or other technology. So then client will decide one thing, client will confirm one plan. Fine. Once we get the confirmation for the plan, just assume that client wants to go with the Java. Client wants to develop these applications in Java. Fine. Then what TCS will do? TCS will form one development team, Java development team. They will just get some Java developers and with 100 people, something like that depends on the work. So let us say, so we have some 100 developers in our project, 100 Java developers. Guys, I'm just explaining at very high level. Going forward, so then we will just go in deep. Okay, fine. Yeah, 100 developers. What they will write? Always they will be writing either new Java code or they will be modifying the existing code. So when they will write new code, whenever they want to add some new features, they will be writing new code. So when they will modify the code, whenever they get a bugs, to fix that bugs, they need to correct the code. They need to modify the code. So, but whatever, so they will be working on the code. So how they will write the Java code? They will write Java code in .java files. 100, for example, 100 developers will write 100 Java files. Inside the .java files, actual Java code will be there. Fine. Once they write this Java code in .java files, so they cannot execute directly. You cannot execute Java program directly because developer will write Java program in human understandable language, like a public, void, something class like this. So machine will not understand this. So if you execute, you cannot execute because this is English language, human understandable language, which can't be understood by machine. Then you should translate this human understandable language into machine understandable language. So that is called compilation. So we need to compile the code first. 100 .java files, we need to compile 100 .java files. Once you compile 100 .java files, you will get 100 class files. That means each .java file will generate single class file. If you compile 10 .java files, you will get 10 class files. So like once you get class files, you need to bundle all these files and you should make single file that is jar. That can be jar file or war file. Jar means Java archive, war means web archive. Don't think too much about this compilation and the package, this one, but this is called build process. I will explain this build process in detail in Marvin session. Okay, fine. in a build tool session. Fine. Now here, flipkart.var, we will generate this. Var means web architect. This is the build, Java build. Who will do this build process? Actually, development team has to do this. This is their responsibility because they need to write the code, and always we need to work with code to generate this build. But if development team do this build process, it will take a lot of time. They cannot complete the project as per the timelines. So that is the reason DevOps team will help them in this build process. How DevOps team will help development team? Because DevOps engineers will not have this programming skills, Java skills. Because today we are working in Java project, tomorrow we'll be working in .NET project. But we cannot learn all these programming skills and coding. But still, we can do this build process. How? How means by using build tools, something like if it is Java project, especially for Java projects, always we use Maven. Maven is one kind of build tool. Maven, Gradle, Ant. So different tools are available, but Maven is very popular for especially Java projects. Fine. Here is the DevOps engineer. DevOps engineer will be here, our DevOps team. Now we will be having Maven tool. We will install Maven tool and we can build this code and we can generate this build. Flipkart.var file. Fine. This is built. Guys, if DevOps team has to do this build process, so development team has to share that Java code with the DevOps team. How can they share? They cannot share with normal server. So they will just do one thing. What they will do, they will just use some SCM or version control system. So that version control system is Git, a GitHub or Bitbucket. So these are the popular version control systems. So we'll talk about GitHub or Git. So don't worry, in Git session, I will explain what is GitHub. So why should we use Git, how to create a GitHub account. You will be doing everything hands-on. Okay, fine. Now, this is GitHub. This is GitHub or Git server. Just assume that this is a Git server. We'll take one server and we can install Git. That will become a Git server. In this Git server, we'll create one folder. So even in your normal laptop or server also, if you want to store something, you should create one folder. So that is normal folder. If you create one folder in normal server, that is normal folder. If you create a folder in Git server, that is Git repository. That is Git repository. Every Git repository has extension .git, flipkart.git. So these 100 developers will push their code into this Git repositories. Why Git repositories? Why can't they push their code into normal server? Means, for example, see, this is a normal server. They will create one normal folder. When first developer pushes code into this Git repository, normal folder, so it will store as a .java, say login1.java, like that. Then the guy who is working for this search module, he will just push that search1.java. It will overwrite. Again, third developer will push, that will overwrite second developer's code. So also we can't track these files. So this is very difficult. So that is the reason to overcome these issues, we will just go with the version control system. So how can we overcome these issues? Means, when first developer pushes code into Git repositories, it will store as a V1, that means version 1. When second developer pushes file, .java file, it will store as a version 2. So like this, Git will manage data as a versions. So that is the reason we will call Git as a version control system or source code management. Fine. So we will just, development team will push their code into Git repositories. From here, DevOps team will clone it. Clone means download. We will download. Fine. We'll download. If you want to download the Git repository, you should have Git in your server. This is local Git. It's the same Git, but if you use Git in your local server, that is called a local Git. So this is remote Git. Same development team also. Whoever wants to access, whoever wants to communicate with this Git, they should have Git in their local machine. Fine. Now again, once we generate this build, we need to test that build. Who will test? Testing team. If you give this build to testing team directly, they cannot do anything. So you have to build a test environment. Test environment means you need to create one server, this test environment server or servers. Test environment, then here again you need to install prerequisites. This is the Java build. That means Java application. To run Java application, you should install Java. So before that, operating system we need OS. Then again Java or JDK. JDK means Java Development Kit. So okay, let us think Java. Yeah, fine. Now we need one web application server, that is Tomcat. We can download this Tomcat server from the internet. Fine. Again, inside this Tomcat server, we will deploy this build. Then we will start Tomcat server. If you start Tomcat server, automatically your application will start running. Then we will hand over this environment to testing team. They will test this application by running the test cases. They will test this application until they reach 0 bugs. Once they reach 0 bugs, that means if once they resolve all the bugs, they will declare that the build is stable, the code is stable. Then again, DevOps engineer has to come and take that build out, and we should deploy in a production environment. This is production environment. Same steps we need to repeat here. Same prerequisites, same steps. So this is a production environment. Once you deploy your application in production environment, so operations teams will be monitoring that application for 24/7. So that's why operations teams are working always in rotational shifts, 24/7. So they will be monitoring that application. Fine. Guys, here in this end-to-end process, development, that means development stage is the first technical stage. Operations stage is the last. It's not last because the cycle will be going on. Fine. But in all these stages, DevOps engineer will involve. DevOps team will help development team in build process. Then again, for testing team, will build environments and will deploy in a production environment. So that is completely will be taken care by DevOps team. Okay, fine. So same thing. Here, you should remember one thing. We have 100 developers. So 100 developers will be working from different time zones. For example, somebody will be working from India. In India also, somebody will be working from Bangalore, somebody from Mumbai, somebody from Hyderabad. Same way, somebody will be working from USA, somebody from Canada, Australia, like this. Different time zones. If, let us say, one guy who is working from USA, he will push his code into this Git repository midnight at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. IST. DevOps team will not be there. DevOps team will join tomorrow morning. So then that code should wait here without taking any action. Then again, tomorrow morning around 10:30 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. or 10 o'clock, DevOps team will join and they will clone the code. So before cloning the code, they need to check their mails and they need to check the tickets and they have to acknowledge the tickets and they should reply that mails as based on the priority. So daily stand-up meetings will be there. After that, they will clone around 11:30. If everything goes smooth in build process, they will deploy and test environment. If something goes wrong, what to do? DevOps engineer cannot troubleshoot because DevOps engineer does not have that programming skills. We need to send that bug, that issue to same developer. Then again, this developer will join tonight, India time, night time. Then he will work, then he will push. Then DevOps team will not be available. Again, same story. So this will not work. So that is the reason we need to automate these stages. To automate these stages, we will use Jenkins. By using Jenkins, we can automate. How can we automate? I will just explain in 5 minutes. See, what we will just install Jenkins. That will become a Jenkins server. We will ask Jenkins, hey Jenkins, whenever there is a new code comes from this DevOps team to Git repository, you just clone and give it to Maven. Maven will build and you just go and deploy and test environment. Testing team will test it, and here Kubernetes will be there. Then we'll integrate Kubernetes with Jenkins. Here also you can use Kubernetes. Then Jenkins will go and deploy in Kubernetes. That means it will be happening continuously. As soon as developer push his code into Git repository, Jenkins clone and build and deploy in test environment, then it will deploy in production environment. Since it will be happening continuously without manual intervention, this is called continuous integration and continuous deployment or delivery, CI/CD. CI/CD is very, very important. Without CI/CD, you cannot imagine DevOps culture. Because DevOps culture is to automate all the stages and for safe deployments, smooth deployments, to reach zero downtimes. So I'm not going in depth, just at very high level. So these are our tasks. These are our goals as a DevOps engineer. Fine. So here, again, different roles, SRE role, DevSecOps role, but skill set are same. Roles are different, that's it. So DevOps engineer means DevOps engineer will be working in this lower environments. SRE will work in production environment, but skill set are same. DevSecOps engineer, what DevSecOps engineer will do? DevSecOps engineer will take care about the security in all the stages. Don't think too much. If you want to become a real DevOps engineer, you just start your DevOps journey with normal DevOps engineer, then you choose whatever you want, SRE or DevSecOps or AI DevOps, whatever. Okay. Yeah, guys, see here, we will use Docker image, that means Docker concept, and we'll use Terraform to create this infrastructure, and we'll use Ansible for this to configure all these machines. We'll use Git and Maven. Yeah, all these things. We will cover all this DevOps. And Grafana Prometheus is a monitoring tools. Once you deploy the application in production environment, monitoring is very important, because if something goes wrong in production environment, it will impact. So business will impact. Outage will be there. So that is the reason. So I'm not going in depth, as today is the first class. So this is at very high level I explained. So I hope you understood. So any doubts, guys? Yeah, also please fill up this attendance form.
So you can unmute now. Please ask your questions.
Yeah, guys, anybody can ask questions. Yeah, please, Santosh Kumar.
Hello. Hi, Prasad sir.
Yeah, please.
So I joined a bit late. Sorry for that.
Yes,
And
okay.
my question is like I'm having the like my primary skill is Linux, and I have the knowledge on AWS Azure, like bits and pieces, not the exact the workflow or the services knowledge. And I'm holding around 10 plus years of experience in the Linux only, purely. So now I'm planning to get into the DevOps, the technology, and can you please suggest it is good for me, or what
Yeah.
prerequisites I need to take care before getting to the DevOps like that? So I just need some clarity and guidance from you.
No, 100%. Already you have all prerequisites, cloud knowledge and Linux knowledge. So at starting of the session, I just covered that part only. So we need to, yeah. So this is perfect for you, I'm sure.
No, but actually, I don't have the proper knowledge on the any cloud services like the
No.
AWS or the Azure.
Understand. 1 second. Let me just finish. See here, guys. I'm telling everyone, not only Santosh. See, you are not become a cloud admin. So you need cloud knowledge. How much we need for a DevOps engineer? That's it.
Okay.
Even Linux also. You are not going to become a Linux admin like a Santosh, but we need Linux basic knowledge. That's it. But you should learn DevOps tools in proper order with clear roadmap. That is very important. If you learn DevOps tools separately, it will not help. You should learn in a flow. So how DevOps engineer will use in a real-time project. So you have to practice in that way. So you should not feel that you are learning DevOps. You should feel always you are working in DevOps project.
Okay, thank you, Professor. And one more query from mine, I lost my job in the month of Feb, and I have the last chance to upgrade my skill. So hopefully I'll get proper guidance and knowledge from you
Don't
when I
worry.
join the DevOps, right?
Don't worry, I'll be with you. And one more thing, forget about past. So 100% you will become a self-confidence plays a major role. 100% you will get a job if you practice continuously, consistently.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely I'll give my 100%.
Then 100%, no doubt about it. Yeah.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah. Bhavesh
Yeah,
is
hello.
asking, so sir, should we start with Kubernetes or Jenkins since I don't have knowledge on? Yes, sir. Yeah, I told you that I'll just cover from basic to advanced.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm clearly confident with your teaching skills, but there are two things that I need to clear. The first is like the DevOps has came some years before, and it was a boom. But after which, there are two things that people say that DevOps has been diluted into the roles which are focused, like the tools which are focused towards development. The full stack developer will learn them, and operations people will cope up with the tools which are focused for the operations. So, what's the future for DevOps? Like, will DevOps as a will DevOps engineer as a whole will be a job role in future, or it will be diluted into different roles and it will vanish completely?
Okay. Yeah, understood. Yeah, guys, see here, see in this diagram. Development team will be writing the code, operations teams will be monitoring these environments. Fine. So DevOps engineer will be working in all the environments. Testing, production, also DevOps engineer will be working in all the stages, development stage, testing stage, and operation stage. It doesn't mean that DevOps engineer will replace some of the developers or testing people, but it doesn't mean that a developer will learn DevOps tools and he will play the DevOps engineer role. It's not possible. Never possible. Even clients will never accept this because first of all, DevOps engineers will be busy on their works always. So nobody can replace DevOps engineer until unless they become master in the DevOps tools. Because production environment is very, very important than other environments and other tasks. Because if something goes wrong in lower environments, still you have time to rectify it. But if something goes wrong in production environment, so directly it will impact on the business. So that is the reason. So always DevOps team play a major role and don't worry about all those things. Roles are different, like a SRE and a DevOps engineer, DevSecOps, but skill set are same.
Okay.
So
Thank
make
you so
sense?
much.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, guys. Somebody, Divya and Vishali, please. Divya, please go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just asking. I mean, I missed the session. I joined a bit late, so just in case if you can explain the flow, whatever you have written, the diagram, quick diagram. I mean, quick flow.
Yeah, so I'll try to explain in 2 minutes because development. See, once you get the confirmation from the client. Sorry.
Hello.
Yeah, please. Hello. Yeah. Somebody is speaking. It's okay. Let me just explain this flow. Yeah, once you get the confirmation from the client to go ahead with this project, so then our development team will write the code. Just let us assume that we are just developing this project in Java. Java developers will write the code and they will just push that code into Git repositories. From there, DevOps engineer will clone it and will build it. Once we generate the build, we will deploy in a test environment. So to deploy in test environment, we need to create that environment and we should install all these prerequisites and application. Then testing team will test that application until they reach 0 bugs. They will be testing that build by running the test cases, by applying different strategies. Then once they reach 0 bugs, they will confirm that the build is stable. Then DevOps engineer will take that build out and we will deploy in a production environment. So that means we need to follow the same steps again in this production environment. Then operations teams will come into the picture and they will be monitoring this application in production environment for 24/7. So that's the reason they will be working in rotational shifts. Fine. And here we will use Kubernetes in production environment, even in test environment also we can use Kubernetes for deployment. And we will be using Docker image concept to deploy your application in multiple servers, multiple clusters, Kubernetes clusters. And we'll use Terraform to create this multiple infrastructure, things like servers or clusters. Easily we can create by using Terraform, because Terraform supports all clouds like AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, even on-premise also it will support. And we'll use Ansible for configuration, and we'll use Grafana and Prometheus. So for monitoring, and for we can call it as observability also. Yeah, if still you want to go in depth, you just go through this recording session. So yeah, fine. Guys, others, Divya and Roshali, you're raising hand.
Yeah, actually, I have a query related. Just in a AI era, how the DevOps role will mold into in upcoming
Perfect.
future. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, let me just explain, guys. Yeah, here, guys, I hope you understood this normal DevOps workflow. So here, where we can implement this AI, where we can use this AI tools means, see, if something, see, for creating this Git repositories and all, we can use AI. So that is very easy task. Unless we don't use AI, we think that AI is very difficult. But once you learn, once you're familiar with AI tools, you'll feel very easy to create this Git repositories. This is actually DevOps engineer's responsibility to create a Git repository and share that repository's URL with other teams. And also to write the code for Jenkins to create this, to automate all this process, we need to build a pipelines. For that, we should write a script for a Jenkins in a Jenkins file. In there, we can use AI to write a script. Also, one more thing is advanced DevOps engineer will do troubleshooting part by using AI. That is called smart troubleshooting. So if you need, if it take 2 hours of time to identify one issue, so with AI you can just identify in 5 to 10 minutes. So this is how we can just use AI in your day-to-day activities. So there are other use cases also. So I will be explaining one by one in our regular sessions. So whenever it comes, this is just examples.
Yeah, sure, sir. Thank you. Just one more question related to this only.
Please.
So thanks for the detail.
Yeah, please.
So the question is how the DevOps role will become, currently the developer are replacing through the AI, right? But how the DevOps role will become in upcoming years. Okay, and one more course. And in this course, do we going to integrate? How do we going to cover how we can use the tools like a ChatGPT or Gemini Cloud in this?
Okay, right. Yeah, let me
Related
just
to
explain.
our course. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, guys, please mute yourself. So somebody has unmuted. Please mute yourself. So others. Yeah, fine. Guys, here, madam is asking, so how can we, so how the DevOps feature? Here, one thing you should remember, I worked before DevOps also. So I started my career in 2004, IT career. So before DevOps, so how we used to do the deployments, So if you go to office today for deployment or for release, so we don't know when we will come back. After 2 days, 3 days also it used to take sometimes. Because if something goes wrong in this deployment, it's almost impossible to roll back that changes. That is one thing. And one more thing, whenever you want to add some features, for example, this is Flipkart project. In this payment module, at very first, that means some 6-7 years ago, only options like a debit card, credit card, or net banking. But recently they have added UPI methods, Google Pay and Phone Pay. When they added Google Pay and Phone Pay, they written the code and they just deployed that code in this environment, production environment. They have added those features. When they added these features, They did not bring down the application. Flipkart application was running. Users were purchasing. Users were using that Flipkart application, but still, we were able to add that features. Even now also for festival seasons and all these things, they will be announcing some offers. To pop up that offers, to activate that offers, they need to write code again. Our same process we need to repeat. So we are not pausing this application. We are not bringing down this application. We are able to deploy our changes, new features when application is running. So that means we are reaching zero downtime. So this is very, very important for client. See, if you want to stop Flipkart application, millions of users will be using that application, but they don't know about these changes and all. So, for example, some 5,000 people are doing these payments. That suddenly Flipkart website go down. So again, they never use Flipkart. They will go to Amazon or somewhere. So the client will get a huge loss. So that is the reason to overcome all these issues. They need Kubernetes kind of tools. This is mandatorily. So clients are not accepting these deployments without Kubernetes nowadays. They're not giving approvals. Also, before DevOps, completely we used to follow manual process. So build process, everything. So too much delays was there. So nowadays, so we are automating all the stages by using DevOps culture. And one more thing, Madam asked, so can we cover ChatGPT and other tools? Yes, we will. I will just guide you how to use ChatGPT and other, not only ChatGPT. So some different AI tools are there. So then we will be seeing that also. Clear, Madam? Vishali, Madam, clear? I think you're speaking in mute.
You can unmute now.
Yeah, okay, right. Thanks. Divya?
Yeah, yes, actually, I was unable
That's
to
okay.
unmuted myself. Yeah, sure.
It's okay, no problem.
Thank you. Thanks for the explanation. Yeah.
It's okay,
Yeah,
no
it
problem.
covers. Yeah.
Yeah. Divya? Divya, madam, you are asking something? You raised hand. Yeah, guys, anybody has any doubts, you can ask me.
Hello, Prasad sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, Khalid this side. Sir, actually, I want to ask at the end of the course, what projects will be able to perform after this course, sir?
Yeah, well,
Really,
so, yeah, right. So here, we will cover some real-time code in our course. After completion of the course, I will give some real code and I will guide you. You can do the project by using that code. If you get any doubts, you can reach me out. So any type of project you can do by using tools like a Git, Maven, Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes. If you want, you can just use Terraform also. I will guide you. I will show you.
okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, I want to ask one more thing. Actually, right, currently, I am working as in service management, and I am holding around 1 year, 6 months of experience. Before that, I was working as a network engineer, and actually, I want to ask, sir, is it possible to enter in the with the past experience which I am having in service management? We will be able to join the DevOps.
Yeah. See, one more thing. So I'm just telling not only Kali, everybody. Kali, what is your total experience?
Currently, sir, I am holding 1 year, 6 months of experience. Before that, I was having 6 months of experience in networks support engineer.
Total almost 2.2 years, right?
Yes, you can say that.
You can showcase the 2.2 years in as a DevOps engineer.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Now I'm clear.
Yeah, fine. And guys, one more thing. So others also, I'm just telling others also, if you have 10 years of experience or 8 years of experience, after completion of this course, when you're applying for DevOps roles, you can showcase 4.5 years of experience. So, because I'm just assuring, you can get 4.5 years of real-time experience if you practice consistently. So whatever I tell you have to practice. Yeah. Yeah, please.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah.
So myself Rakshish Srivastava, and
Mhm.
sir, I just got into Cognizant as
Mhm.
a associate analyst. So
Mhm.
basically, I will be like working as a IT support. Basically, I will be working on tickets, troubleshooting, some
Mhm.
sort of testing as well. So
Mhm.
like if I like work with you, follow the every process. So like even though I'm a fresher still, so
Mhm.
because as I got into Cognizant, so I will be able to like apply move into the DevOps engineering post as well if I like for this course.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm telling you. So see, already you have some experience in IT industry, but the people completely new to IT industry also they cracked interviews and they're just settled very well. No, you no need to worry about all those things. So then 100% you can crack interview. But only thing is you have to follow that roadmap and you should practice consistently.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, and one more thing, guys. When you are ready to build a resumes, don't copy from others. Don't take your friends' resumes with who are having DevOps experience and change that experience, and that means company's education. No. So I will guide you how to prepare resume, how to build a new resume based on your experience. That works actually. Yeah. Any doubts, guys?
Anyone have any questions?
Yeah. If you don't have anything, you will just
Uh,
please.
Prasad sir, one
Yeah.
more question. Just now I got the syllabus from I think admin.
Mm-hmm.
And, in that I just go through the syllabus, but I
Mm-hmm.
think the syllabus topics and the internal subtopics are showing different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so hi, I think you visit today, right?
Yes, I already discussed.
Okay,
I
so we
think that.
clear that. Okay, so it's mistake from our side. Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Please correct
We
and
will share
let
you,
me share
yes,
it
yes,
once
we
again
can
so that
share
we
you
can.
yeah, and you can also check the syllabus on our website. I will share you the link in a chat.
Sure, please. Yeah.
Anything else, guys? If you don't have anything, we'll just wind up the call. And for any doubts, you just reach
So please
us.
fill up the attendance form. Also, I have shared the contact number, our team contact number. You can reach out on that number, WhatsApp us if you have any doubts. Okay.
One more query. Can I
Yeah,
go
madam.
ahead?
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
So is there any schedule is means being done for the next upcoming batch, which is maybe on a weekend or weekdays?
It's on a
Means
weekdays. Okay. It's on a weekdays. Most
okay.
time 8-9 p.m. Okay. 8:30 or 9 p.m. IST.
Okay.
So just
It's
fill
on a
up the
week.
form. So
Uh-huh.
now it's scheduled on a weekdays. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just fill up the form. Okay. Our team will reach out to you and they will guide you like total schedule, date, time, and all. Okay.
Okay, sure. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Hey Prasad, my name is Deepak. Just I want have a query. I have 4 years experience in MNCs. So after that, I moved to the school sector. So it's around 8 months. So I'm looking for a change to other like DevOps or any in IT sector. So is that any hurdle or anything like any hurdles will be there or no?
बोला ना.
Yeah, well, so
जाणं
here,
होत आलं 40-45 जण होते
madam, Ushali, madam, can you please mute yourself?
ठीक आहे पाठवते मी. झालं संपत आलं जे सेशनचं विचारलं मी आता
Yeah,
2-3 डाऊट्स
can you please
विचारले
mute yourself,
आहेत
madam?
एक्सपिरियन्स लोक पण आहेत त्याच्यामध्ये तेच लोक घ्यायला लागलेत विचारायला लागलेत
Ushali,
कधी
madam,
आहे काय आहे वगैरे
madam,
लर्न
madam, thank you. Yeah, Deepak. So here, directly, because I'm telling you, trust me, DevOps is very best platform for you. So no need to ask suggestions, nothing. Only thing is you should be ready to practice. That's it. You can get high paid job in DevOps only. Hello,
Hello,
Deepak,
Deepak.
are you there?
Hello, Deepak. Can you please unmute yourself?
Deepak, I think you're speaking in mute.
Okay, now.
Yeah, can you give me the access? I'm able to speak. Yeah, just now I got the access, Prasad.
Yeah, please. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. See, nothing is required. Just you follow my roadmap and practice consistently. That is more than enough.
Yeah, good to hear that. And your explanation also understandable. So any person can easily can once he focus on while you are saying, easily we can retrieve and we can use the before coming interviews. We need to easily clear that.
Yes. And one more thing, guys, see, don't think too much technically. So not only DevOps, any technology, see, there's nothing rocket science and it's any technology. If you are ready to invest 3 months of your time for any technology with, uh, but only thing is you have to focus. You have to focus and you have to practice consistently. Then you can get a job 100%.
So Prasad, I have one more query. So here, see,
Mhm.
you are providing the live, like real-time projects and everything. So how we can we can in front of a interviewer, we can you can
Mhm.
give the full-fledged idea, right?
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
So I have like in once we left the MNC, so
Mm-hmm.
again we need to go to the MNC. So they will like you work for the MNC for 4 year, 4+ years of experience. After you move to the in school sector, again you are
Mm-hmm.
coming to the IT sector. So how we can judge to the interview?
Salary. See, here,
Okay.
no, direct answer.
Mm.
So everybody working for a package, even your company also working for to make a revenue. So then why should we feel shy? I got a good package. If you don't give, see, if anybody offers good more than you, I will go there. That's it. That interviewer also will go, HR also will go, everybody will go, no?
Okay, we can tell like so I updated my skills and everything. I just I'm looking for in DevOps like that.
Deepak, those all are outdated answers.
Okay,
For
okay,
for my career growth, for to learn something. Why should we learn? To get up money only, right?
correct.
Tell directly. So I'm just for package. That's it.
Yeah, hi sir. So there
Yeah.
are
Okay,
many services
thank you.
and hello, is my
Yeah.
voice audible?
Yeah. Yeah. Please.
Yeah, there are many services as you said, like we can go with the real time kind of thing. So if
Mm-hmm.
you can use any of the AWS services for the practicing purpose, so will it chargeable?
Yeah, yeah. So because see, guys, I will guide you once we start that practice. As a free tier account holder, you should not use all AWS services. So there are some paid services also. But one
Mhm.
thing is, by mistake, if you use paid service, you can just request AWS team to weave off that bill. So once or twice they will weave off the bill.
Okay. So same thing can we simulate in any of
Yeah,
virtualization
yeah, yeah. Azure
like
also. Mm.
yeah, that's fine. So anything that we can do it from in virtual machines that hypervisor or Oracle VirtualBox or
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
You can download that Oracle VirtualBox in your Windows laptop and you can create on Linux machine. You can practice. But here anyway, we need to learn AWS, right?
yeah, it's
So
true.
that's
Yeah.
what well, we can just start using AWS from beginning onwards. That by end
Uh,
of the course, you will get a good familiarity with this AWS also, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there are many services like so how many services that you are going to cover in AWS?
Yeah.
So the hundred
Whatever
and plus
service.
services are there. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, correct. So whatever services we require, for example, VPC. See, interview, this is completely interview focused. See, in interview would be for 30 minutes. right? 99% of the interviews happens in 30 minutes. In the 30 minutes, what they ask, tell me about yourself. That will take some 2 minutes. Then again, so they will ask some questions in AWS, some 4 questions. 4 questions from where they will ask VPC, 100% they will ask from VPC, 1 or 2 questions. Then S3, then Elasticsearch. So like this. So that we can guess that questions. Then again, they will, yeah.
Sorry for the interruption. So we are expecting from you completely practical, sir. So in scenario was, as you said, like, interview purpose, yes, we can get it from anywhere. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you can,
95% practicals.
yeah, that's what we wanted to expect, sir. So interview purpose, you said, like, yeah, we can get the interview, a lot of questions from AI.
No. So see, if you want to answer any question, you should have practiced practical.
Yeah,
Then
that's
only
what.
you can see. Interviewer will expect technical answers, not generic
Yeah.
answers. Yeah, that's what.
Sure. So
Prasad,
you will
last.
be sharing
Yeah,
only
please.
AWS, or you will be also just covering that any Azure kind of things?
Yeah, in this particular
Or just
batch, AWS only.
okay, or you can simulate the variations here and there.
Yeah, if you learn AWS, you can learn easily other clouds like Azure, Google Cloud. Similar.
Sure.
Mm.
So scripting knowledge, is there anything you are showing, sir? So like said,
Scripting will be there, but not much. So that's a very
so what
easy
kind of
scripting.
is it a shell, or is it a Python?
And yeah, if you have that Python or shell scripting skills, then it will be good. So it's extra something value will be added. But now in this particular session, I will just cover some basics, but not fully. If you want, you can just learn that from somewhere. Mm.
Sure, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Prasad, last query. So
Yeah, please.
here, if I enrolled here, I will by your classes, I will clear the interview. So here, what happened means, my package is a 4.2. So if I resume and everything tailored everything, after that they will ask, right? You already in DevOps, so why you are getting less package and everything? They will ask, right? So how overcome this for this query?
Yeah, in same company, I'm not getting package. So that is the reason I'm changing.
So you have in your resume 2 companies or you started in the DevOps. So how you can judge like that? They will, if one company, example, you started in Tech Mahindra and you move to the Genpact. So how much you get the increment? So it's will be
Yeah, that's okay. First company, how much you are getting?
yeah, I'm getting 16,000 in hand,
Okay, the second company?
28,000.
Yeah, for that
And
reason, you changed company. So now again, you are looking for hike.
I in third company I getting 33,000.
Yeah, then again, you are looking for hike. That is the reason you are changing. And one more thing, just tell them directly, if I wait for my yearly appraisal and yearly hikes, I will be getting some 3%, 5%, maximum 10%. So which will not help to grow my financial career. So that is the reason I'm changing. That's it.
Okay, so if I taking your candidate selected, so again you are switching to other company. Is that makes sense? There is no tenure like that they mention while going the interview.
No, that's what. See, if you give a good package, so what I'm expecting, so then I don't want to change again and again. So I'll be with you for a long time.
Okay, we can say directly like that only.
Yeah, directly. So no need to hide anything. So I have taken interviews for thousands of candidates. So for example, for your reference, in Volkswagen and Mercedes-Benz, so especially for interviews, so I was recruited. So so I have seen a lot of answers, and so I know how HR will. These are cock and bull stories for career growth, to by my
Correct,
personality
correct.
development. Who wants all those things without? See, even company also for cost reducing, they're just removing employees like anything. So why should you be act like honest? No, should be bold. Yeah, guys, please. Anything?
Yeah, thank you, Prasad.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, guys. If you don't have anything, we will just wind up this call. Then see you in regular classes.